Here we have 6 children P, Q, R, S, T, U who play on a merry-go-round every evening on a 6-seated circular merry-go-round. Now, there are 6 seats on this merry-go-round. So, we can say that it is like this, 6 seats on this merry-go-round, and every day they choose their respective seats on the merry-go-round such that each of them changes his position when compared to the previous evening, and also it sits neither adjacent to nor opposite the seat that he sat the previous evening, which means if let us say yesterday a person sat here, today he will not sit adjacent to or opposite the seat that he sat here, which means he will either sit here or here, the only 2 places that will be available for him. So, for example, let us for sake of discussion say that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now, person 1 yesterday has to sit in either seat 3 or seat 5. Now, today if he sits in seat 3, tomorrow, yesterday he sat in seat 1, today he sits in seat 3, tomorrow he cannot sit here or here or here, the only seats available for him will be 1 or 5. So, which means from 1 he has shifted to 3 and he again has to shift either to 1 or 5. So, let us assume he shifts to 5. So, from 5 the only seats available for him the next day will be either 1 or 3 again, which means the people in the odd seats will continue remaining in the odd seats and people in the even seats will continue remaining in the even seats regardless of whatever order they take day after. So, that is the first observation, and that is in fact the strongest observation which will help us answer this question very easily. Now, let us look at the question. If the children played for 7 consecutive evenings and the order in which they sat on the 7th evening is Q, T, R, U, P, S. Now, the order that they sat on the 7th evening is Q, T, R, U, P, S. So, let us put that here Q, T, R, U, P and S. Now, let us also put it here linearly Q, T, R, U, P and S. That is the order in which they sat. So, let us assume, because we put Q in place of 1, let us assume that the places are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, which means, now why did I put this? I put it this way because we know that the odd person has to continue in an odd seat and the even person has to continue in an even seat. Now, we know that, or the person sitting in an odd seat has to continue in the odd seat, so on and so forth. Now, which means the question which says which of the following could have been the order in which the they could have sat on day 1. All we need to check if the odd persons are continuing in the odd seats and the even persons are continuing in the even seats. Now, the first order R, S, U, P, Q, T, we have R, S, U, P, Q, T, which means R, let us say if we say R is the first person, which means R is becoming the first person, S is becoming the second person, U is becoming the third person, P is becoming the fourth person, Q is becoming the fifth person and T is becoming the sixth person. 1 is continuing in an odd seat, 2 is continuing in an even seat, 3 is continuing in an odd seat, 4 is not continuing in an even seat, he is moving to an odd seat. Now, you may have a question, now why did I name this one? Can I not name this one? Yes, you can. Anything, we just need to be consistent. Now, while we are being consistent, we are checking if the people are continuing in their orders. Now, while doing that, we saw that this guy is kind of breaking the odd even rule. So, that is why this option is option A is not possible. Let us look at the second option P, T, R, Q, S, U. P, T, R, Q, S, U, which means P becomes the first person, T becomes the second person, R becomes the third person, Q becomes the fourth person, S becomes the fifth person and U becomes the sixth person. As soon as we start, we see that the rule has been violated, the first person, the odd person moving to an even seat. So, this is also not a possible option. Let us look at the third option Q, U, P, T, R, S. Q, U, P, T, R, S. So, Q becomes the first person, U becomes the second person, P becomes the third person, T becomes the fourth person, R becomes the fifth person, S becomes the sixth person. Now, 1 continuing in 1, 2 continuing in an even seat, 3 in an even seat, in an odd seat continuing that, even even, odd odd, even even, which means this is a possible combination. Let us quickly check. Now, we know that C is the answer. However, let us check option D, P, S, T, Q, R, U. P, S, T, Q, R, U. So, P is the first person, S is the second person, T is the third person, Q is the fourth person, we have Q here, R is the fifth person, and U is the sixth person. Straight away there is a violation, odd and even. So, this is also not a possible option, therefore, option C is the answer for this question. If the children played on 16 consecutive evenings, then P would have sat in the same place at least. Now, we know, we have discussed in the earlier question that every person has only 3 places to choose from out of these 6, because a person, for example, sitting in the first place on the first day has to sit on the third and the fifth places only, along with the first place on any other days. Similarly, 2, 4 and 6 will be available for those sitting on 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5 will be available for those sitting on 1, 3 and 5. So, that is they are the only 3 seats with which they can interchange. Now, we have people sitting on 16 consecutive evenings, and we need to minimize, because the word there is at least, minimize the number of places that P would have sat in the same place. Now, we have 16 evenings and we have 3 places to sit on each of these evenings. Now, if we need to minimize, the only way to minimize it is to distribute it equally. So, equally, which means because we have 3 places to choose from, the person will sit on 5 places on one day, 5 places on another day, and 5 places on one place for 5 days, second place for 5 days, third place for 5 days, and there is one more place left which will come in. So, which means it will become 5 plus 1, 6, 16 places. So, the minimum at least he has to sit at least a minimum of 6 times at a particular place. If the order in which the 6 children sat on day 1 was PQT RSU, PQT RSU, I have written the same order here and given them the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what is the minimum number of days after which they could have sat in the order TQS RPU? We want the order TQS RP and U, and we want this order to happen as quickly as possible, because we want to minimize the number of days within which this order can be possible. Now, let us check in the first place if this order is possible. Now, we want T in the first place, which means we want T as the first person, Q as the second person, S as the third person, R as the fourth person, P as the fifth person, U as the sixth person. Now, as you can see, we need to first check if it is violating any of the odd even rules. 1 is continuing to be odd, 2 even, 3 odd, 4 even, 5 odd, and 6 is even. So, it is not violating the odd even rule, which means this is a possible combination. Now, obviously, because the question has been asked and there is none of these available, it is a possible combination. We know that, we just quickly verified that. Now, we need to make sure that this has to happen at the earliest, which means Q has to be in the second place. Now, logically it may appear to you that, okay, how can Q continue? Let us say if I say on the next day, can Q sit in the same seat? No, he can't sit in the same seat, but he only needs to do is that he needs to come here, and we will start counting from here as the first place. Earlier we said this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6, and we will make Q, let us say, move to this place. Now, if Q moves here in the new order, we will start counting from here. So, Q becomes the second place. Now, if we want Q at the second place, we want T at the first place. Now, T is already here, so T can't continue here. So, we want Q to move here instead. So, instead of putting Q here and putting 1 here, what we will do is we will put a Q here and we will put a T here. T can definitely move here. So, the alphabets in boxes are the new places. So, we have a Q, we have a T and we have a Q, and now we need an S and R. Now, is an S possible here? Yes, S is possible there. The very next day S can go there from here, and let us also put this in a box. And then we have R, P and U. Is R possible here? Yes, R is possible. He can jump from here to here. It is not neither adjacent nor opposite. So, R is possible there. P, is P possible here? Where is P? P is here. again this is neither an adjacent nor an opposite place. So, P can move here and we can get a U here because it is not adjacent neither opposite. So, this movement can happen the very next day. Why? How can it happen the very next day? As you can see, because these places are neither adjacent nor opposite, all these guys can quickly readjust to this position and go there the very next day. Now, the learning out of this question is that if it is a possible combination, if there is a combination which is possible, then that can happen any day. From any combination, people can rearrange themselves to any other combination. The only rule is that the seats should not be the same. If you maintain that, then any possible combination, we first verify if it is a possible combination. If it is a possible combination, I can go there the very next day, as long as the numbers are not, the seats are not the same. The seats are numbered from 1 to 6 in the clockwise direction. Now, as has been marked here, 1 to 6 in the clockwise direction, and S cannot sit in seat 4 and Q cannot sit in seat 1. I have put these two on the board already. If the order in which they sat on day 9 was TSR, PQ, U in seats 1 to 6 respectively, then who sat in seat 3 on day 3? Now, we need to know who sat in seat 3. Now, we know that odd guys need to remain in the odd seats and even people need to remain in the even seats, which means the people who can come to seat 3 can only be T, R and Q. So, between T, R and Q, who can come to seat 3 is the question. Now, we know there are restrictions on seat 1 and because Q cannot go to seat 1. Now, from day 9, if on day 9 we have this is seat 1, this is seat 3 and this is seat 5. We know Q cannot come to seat 1 ever, which means the only possible combination on day 8, let us say if we, because this is day 9 and we need to find out the combination for day 3. On day 8, because he cannot continue on day 5, he has to change, he can't sit on the same seat, he has to change, but then he can't come to 1, Q can't come to 1. So, Q will go to seat 3 and day 7 he would have been back to day 5, day 6 back here. So, the only two places that Q has available for himself will be 3 and 5. So, on day 5 back here, 4 it will be here and on 3 it will be here. So, that is what we know about Q. Now, when we know that about Q, what do we know about the others? What about R and T? We know T has been sitting in seat 1 on day 9, which means on day 8 he could not be sitting on seat 1, which means T would be here and R would be here. Because R is here, R can't come here again, so this will be T and this will be R. Because we have T here, this has to be R here and this will be T. Similarly, this will be T and this will be R, T here, so not another T here, so this has to be R and this will be T, R here, not another R here, so this will be T and this will be R. So, the question is who has been sitting in seat 3 on day 3? It will be person R, option A.